Hello, and welcome to a special edition of The Secret Cupid. I am your host, The Secret Cupid. Today, we will be talking about a new girl whom my subscriber, Micah, saw at Josh and John's ice cream shop on Tejon Street in Colorado Springs, Colorado on Monday, November 28th, 2022. The time of day was sometime during the afternoon. He estimates sometime between 2 o'clock and 3:30 in the afternoon. Now, Micah described this girl as between the ages of 8 and 10 years old. She was wearing a blue dress with faint, small, little black lines running along the back of the dress horizontally. The dress was blue in color, but it had no sleeves. Instead, it had 2 shoulder straps on her shoulders to hold up the dress. She had long, colorful, dyed hair. He estimates that the hair was dyed multiple colors like a rainbow. And she was wearing, and this is what stood out to him the most, she was wearing red devil horns on her head. They looked like part of a Halloween costume that she probably wore during Halloween time this year. Micah described the girl as being very pretty looking. She was a very attractive looking white Caucasian female, perhaps between the ages of 8 and 10, so roughly 9 on average. The girl had a small hint of freckles on her face and nose. Her face he described as being very pretty and attractive looking. Now, Micah had spotted a young girl, about maybe 10 to 12 years old, earlier this year in August at the same place, at Josh and John's ice cream parlor on Tejon Street in Colorado Springs, Colorado. But he described that girl as being very sexy looking. This particular girl that he saw on November 28th at Josh and John's, he didn't describe in the same way. He said that she was a little bit more innocent looking, but nevertheless very attractive and appealing for him. And he is 12, so I guess that's acceptable in his case. He is guessing that her natural hair color, considering she was wearing dyed hair, that her natural hair color is probably either ginger or reddish blonde. But it was hard for him to tell because her hair was multicolored dyed, but she had long, nice-looking hair. He then went on to say that she ordered a chocolate ice cream cone and that her mother was with her, and he said that her mother ordered a dish of ice cream. And because her mother was with her, this made him a little embarrassed to go up and talk to the girl with her mother standing right there. And that is why he reached out to me to see if I could find out who this girl is. He said that he tried to get her attention, and this is how he tried to get her attention. He drew some pictures on a chalkboard that is in the Josh and John's restaurant, Josh and John's ice cream parlor. And one of the pictures was of a heart with sparks coming out of it in all directions. Underneath that picture, he wrote a little caption. The caption said, "You sparked my love. You sparked my love." And the other picture was of the face of an attractive 9-year-old girl with long hair and devil horns on her head. And the caption underneath that picture read, the caption that he wrote under that picture said, "Sweet devil with colorful hair. Sweet devil with colorful hair." Of course, he drew these pictures. He drew the picture of the girl with devil horns, meaning the girl that he just saw at the Josh and John's ice cream shop. And next to it, a picture of a heart with sparks coming out of it, saying, "You sparked my love." This was his little innocent attempt at trying to get the girl's attention without actually going up and talking to her, because he was embarrassed to do that because her mother was with her. Finally, Micah said that the Josh and John's ice cream shop that afternoon was almost empty. The only people in the shop at the time were him, the girl, the girl's mother, one other guy, and one employee working behind the counter and handling all of the business that afternoon. So evidently it was not busy at all at between 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon on November 28th, 2022. This was, of course, a Monday, so perhaps there were no little kids running around getting ice cream that day except Micah and this little girl, because the rest of the kids in that town, I hope at least, were probably in school. But that being said, so if you have any information as to whom this attractive young girl is that Micah saw on Monday, please comment down below in the comments section. Smash that like button and click subscribe. Subscribe to my channel for more information and videos on, I guess, other girls that Micah is going to see and become very fond of and want to get to know. And he tends to reach out to me, and I go ahead and reach out to my audience to see if anybody can give any clues as to who these young hot chicks are that Micah keeps seeing at the Josh and John's ice cream shop on Tejon Street in Colorado Springs, Colorado. It always seems to be the same place where he sees these girls, but he never has the guts to go up and talk to them himself. He wants me to do all the work for him. Go figure. Kids, huh? Gotta love them. I also find it interesting how Micah always seems to be out and about by himself without any parents or guardians, with him. The girls he meets or the girls he sees, doesn't have the guts to meet, always seem to be with their parents or an aunt or a guardian of some sort, but he never is with anybody, any adult supervision, and he is only 12. So I have found that a little bit odd. I have reached out to him and asked him For information on his age, he says he was born in, I think he said sometime in March 2010, which would imply he is 12. But then I have to wonder why he's always around town by himself without any adult supervision. That's okay, not my business, I suppose. But I've never met this young boy. I've never talked to him in person. I've never spoken with him over the phone. I only communicate with him by email, chat message, and so forth. And so I cannot verify what he looks like or even what his real age is. I have to take his word for it and assume that everything he is telling me is honest. And so, there is the information for that day, given to me directly by Micah himself, online, of course. And so if you have any information on whom this girl is that Micah likes, I don't know what happened to the tomboy that he became fond of earlier this year. I guess he's decided to move on from her and forget about her, and now he's on to some new hottie, well, innocent girl that he didn't describe as hot, but I presume he might feel that way, and wants me now to find her, find out who she is with your help, and so he can become acquainted. So, with your help, hopefully we together can find out who this, little babe is. And if you have any information on her, please let me know, send me a comment, get in touch with me, and together we can hopefully put a rest to Micah's quest for the perfect girl of his dreams. Thank you, and take care.